What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are piloting a new type of video that I'm considering turning into a series should you guys enjoy it and want to be a part of it. And it's literally just going to be, we're going to talk about games. Now, one thing that I feel guilty about is the fact that I can only make so much KOTOR content, and I know that whenever I make content and guides about helping people in different games, it alienates a lot of the people that came here for KOTOR content. I'm not going to promise that these videos are going to be about KOTOR, but I want to make something that is a little bit more game agnostic so that we can just chat and have a good time, and I can get to connect with you guys via the comments and maybe by Discord. So what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about games, and what I would encourage you guys to do is whatever the topic is for the given video, hop down in the comments and let me know, did you share any of my experiences? Or better yet, what are some of your personal stories on the topic? And I would love to add a segment to these types of videos where I read your guys' stories and we all get to kind of experience them together. So if you guys haven't noticed from a lot of the content that I've been posting, I've been playing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. And one of the things that I just love is that like Sylens always appears like one step ahead of Aloy. And like, he always just makes Aloy feel really dumb until like eventually, no spoilers for Horizon Forbidden West, she finally gets one step ahead of him. But it got me thinking about times that I played games where like the game just made me feel really dumb. And it happens to all of us, right? So today we're gonna talk about some times when games made me feel really dumb. And if you've ever had a game make you feel dumb, hop in the comments, tell me the story. And like I said, if it's a good enough story and it's, you know, safe for work, I will share it with you guys. So here we go. Here's Chad, aka me, and we're gonna talk about the first time in his life that he ever felt dumb playing video games. All right, guys. So the first time that I can remember that a video game ever made me feel truly stupid was, I don't know, we're gonna go back to yesteryear. Some of you guys that follow the channel may not have been born yet whenever this happened, but great video game. Probably made in 1999, 2000. It was James Bond, The World Is Not Enough. Very much, for Nintendo 64, very much overshadowed by, of course, James Bond, GoldenEye. The World Is Not Enough, though, was one of my favorite games as a kid on Nintendo 64 because, one, the graphics, I guess you could call them slightly better. I don't know. I mean, they were still garbage, right? It was 2000. But also, you could play multiplayer against the AI because I didn't have friends and anyone to play GoldenEye with. Yeah. So anyways, but the particular point was on The World Is Not Enough. There is a part in the game where you're in like this missile silo, this missile diffusal place, and you have to go in and you have to like try to stop the bad guy. His name is Renard. You have to stop him from like stealing a nuclear weapon. You meet Denise Richards, or at least like, I don't know, this really poor image of Denise Richards just pasted onto this really terrible like model. But anyways, you're supposed to go down there, and at the end of the mission, you confront Renard, and he's behind this bulletproof glass inside of an elevator. And in the movie, he goes up in the elevator and tells you, you know, oh, well, soon you won't feel anything at all, just like me. I guess, spoiler alert, he can't feel pain. And there's a bomb there. And as part of the mission, you have to escape this area. And you have to leave the silo, and there's a blast door that closes that's supposed to protect you. And when I was a kid, I could not do it. I ran so hard through the silo. I tried just procking his conversation, because as soon as his conversation starts, you can run the other way. And so I tried to just figure out the exact point where it procs the conversation and then turn around and just do a beeline. I had it down to a science on like how you could jump on like this crate to try to get through there. And it never mattered. Every single time, freaking Christmas Jones, aka Denise Richards, closed the blast door on me, and then you just have to sit there and watch this fiery explosion coming at you and kill you. And I probably tried this. I tried hiding off into like some of these side rooms. I tried running. I tried not pushing the cart all the way. I could not get it. And I quit playing. And it's like probably a year. I never got past this mission. And then one day I'm like, see, when I got the game, I wasn't quite at like the age that my parents were comfortable with me watching James Bond. Like they didn't really care that I played the video games, but like they were at the point they're like, don't know if you're young, you're old enough yet to watch the movies. And still like my dad had to watch the movie with me to like fast forward through, you know, the adult bits. and I was watching it, and it got to this point. And you can imagine I probably like 8. It's probably like 8-year-old me watches this and sees Bond jump up and grab onto these chains. And I was just like, wait, what? And I just had this immediate moment of realization. I probably hadn't played this game, at least on single player, in like a year. And the second I saw that scene, I ran and fired up my Nintendo 64 immediately, played through the level, got to the end, and I noticed that whenever you're leaving, there's this bar, and it's got the black and the yellow like stripes on it, which, to be fair, until this point, that is what you used to rappel on, and you always rappelled straight up, like you never rappelled going forward. And sure enough, just watching the movie, I ran up just like Bond did, grabbed it, and it's a cutscene where he just flies through. You don't have to run at all. You don't have to do anything. There's zero effort. It's literally impossible to screw it up as long as within 6 seconds you jump up and grab that. And it took me like a year and watching the movie to figure it out. And I felt so foolish. And then of course, I finished the game like that day because the game's not actually hard. I mean, it is if you play it on like the hardest difficulty, but the game's not hard. But that one point, until I watched the movie and watched Pierce Brosnan ride that like thing all the way to the end of the silo, I could never beat that level. And I felt just so dumb as a kid. And so, yeah, that was probably the first time I ever truly felt bad at games, was I couldn't figure it out until I watched the movie. It's also probably the only time I've figured out how to beat something in a game from watching a movie. That's probably never happened since. So, yep, that was a phenomenal time in my life. All right, so the next time I felt really stupid when playing games actually appears on this YouTube channel. And that is, so to get the backstory, back when I first started this YouTube channel, I made like this combat mechanics video for KOTOR. You may have seen it. It's like the 4th most popular video on the channel. And, I decided after I made that, and some people started watching, I was probably at like 200 or 300 views, had probably like 10 subscribers at that point. I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to do a Let's Play of Knights of the Old Republic. I love the game. And I didn't know really what else to do. I'm like, Let's Plays are things people do, right? So I started doing a Let's Play, but like I was too afraid to like live stream it because I didn't have a camera. I didn't have a green screen. I didn't want to like show my bedroom. I'm still like, I've started doing stuff in my bedroom and like not using my green screen anymore. And I'm still like a little trepidatious about it. But back then I was so self-conscious because I didn't have anything. Now I've got a few posters on my wall. Before then I didn't have anything. Still, by the way, comment down below if you know what I should put on that back wall. And so I recorded my entire Let's Play and I gave commentary. Like some people do the Let's Play and they don't talk. It's literally them playing the game. And I gave commentary. I pretended like I'd never played it before. Like, I don't know who I was fooling. I literally made a video on the game, but I was playing and I got to Ricotta Prime or the Ricotta Prime, whatever, Cheese Prime, Ricotta Cheese. I don't know what it was called, but I get to the unknown planet and there's the point in the bottom of the base where there is you know what I'm talking about, the puzzle. There's the puzzle where you have to walk on the panels in a certain order to get it to open. And I was literally recording that for the Let's Play. And I could not figure it out. And please also comment down below if you also like didn't get this. This wasn't my first time playing either, by the way. Like that's the sad part. I had beaten this game multiple times. And so I should have known how to beat this. And so I go through and I'm like, oh, what was it? It was like you had to walk in like a diagonal. Did you walk zigzag? What was it? And I could not remember what it was. And I tried for probably like 30 minutes recording myself. And finally it got to the point where I had to stop the recording and I had to go back. And I think I didn't actually watch. I think I had to edit it out because I felt so self-conscious about the fact that I was making KOTOR videos and I couldn't figure out one of like, I don't know if it's the easiest puzzles, but like one of the puzzles in the game. And I Googled how to do that puzzle. And the first thing that pops up is, why didn't you read the data pad literally in that room? And I just like, my heart stopped. And so then I go into my inventory because I had picked up the data pad. Who reads the data pads? And also they're not even labeled. They're just all called data pad. popped in. It's like, oh yeah, you need to like walk in an H pattern. And I was just like, oh my God. And I felt so foolish, not only because I had played the game before and beaten it, so therefore done that puzzle, but I was making videos on this game and I couldn't do one of the puzzles. And I felt just so foolish. And then I do distinctly remember whenever I uploaded that video, Ruben, aka Invictus, one of my first ever, I mean, we're talking like he started following this channel, I'm gonna guess at like subscriber like 75. He is probably my longest time sub. And I remember he was watching along on that Let's Play and I'm pretty sure he commented on that or sent me a message in Discord and was like, you couldn't figure out that puzzle, did you? There's a time break in the middle of that. And I was just like, yep, you're sure right. I couldn't figure it out. So not only did I feel very foolish, but then one of my longest time subscribers and moderator of the channel now called me out on it, which was pretty great. All right, so the next time that I have felt really silly when I was playing a game was in a Bethesda game. And this is something that I feel like anyone who's played any game made by Bethesda has encountered before. And this one in particular for me was playing Skyrim back. And I mean, we're talking Skyrim back in, was it 2011? We're talking like junior year of high school. Chad was playing Skyrim like a few months after it released. And I mean, I was at the beginning of the game and I got to the mission where it was like, go to High Hrothgar and meet the Greybeards. I was like, hell yes, I'm gonna learn how to shout. I'm gonna get all these super cool powers and it's gonna be awesome. Except I couldn't figure out how to get to High Hrothgar. And I mean, maybe I have selective memory. I can't rule it out. This was, 11 years ago, 10 and a half years ago. Whenever I was playing it, if I remember correctly, it just gives you the waypoint at High Hrothgar. And I was like, all right, well, this is, and I got them like, okay, well, this is like a giant ass mountain. How do I scale it? And so I did what I feel like everyone does when they play a Bethesda game and they have to go up a hill or a mountain. And that's what started to glitch climb. Because like, here's the thing, is glitch climbing is an effective way of transportation and travel in Skyrim, in Fallout New Vegas, in Fallout 4, in Fallout 3, in like every single game made by Bethesda. You can glitch climb and usually make it to the place you want to go faster than if you found the actual road. It is a skill, like you have to learn like how to jump and like you walk backwards so you make sure you're still going up and you're not actually falling down, and you have to like go side to side. Like glitch climbing is a skill I stand by. And I tried to glitch climb up the mountain to get to High Hrothgar, and you can imagine that since it's like the highest point in Skyrim, it super didn't work. And I think I got like super high up on the mountain and like I fell off trying to do it and I died and it started me back over. And like, I don't remember how you're supposed to know. I can't remember. Does it literally just say in the quest journal? I'm not really sure. I think it says in the quest journal, I should go to Iverstead and take like the steps up to High Hrothgar. And now I'm pretty sure it gives you a quest marker to Iverstead. And I had no idea. I didn't. Who reads things? Like, it was a Bethesda game. It's not exactly known for being like the richest story ever. Like, I mean, it's good, but like, it's not a story where you're like, man, I have to like listen to every single sentence everyone is saying. And who reads their journals? Just go to the next waypoint. I just wanted the really cool power. And so, yeah, the answer I'm sure was right there in front of me. And it was go to Iverstead, and I didn't do it. And instead I tried to climb High Hrothgar, or the mountain, whatever the mountain's called, to High Hrothgar. And I super couldn't do it. And here's the thing, you'd think I'd learn. No, I mean, when I was playing it on PS5, trying to get the platinum trophy, basically every single time that I have a mission that is up on a mountain, I glitch climb to get up there. Yes, I could zoom in on the map and look and see what the route is to get up there. I could probably use the clairvoyance skill to like give me a path. But come on, comment, get in the comments. Tell me, please, someone else tell me that they do what I do and just glitch climb everywhere. It feels super silly when like you're glitch climbing and then you just see like the path. You see the path that you could have just walked up. There are not even enemies there. You just had to walk up the path and you've been sitting there like glitch climbing for 30 minutes. So yeah, when it works, it's like pretty effective, but then like you sit there and glitch climb for a long time and you're like, man, should I go look? But you've committed. It's terrible. So yeah, glitch climbing in Skyrim, I still do it to this day. Still makes me feel really silly. All right, guys, this is a reminder. Before we get into the last one, I just want to remind you, please hop into the comments down below. Tell me, do you agree? Have you done any of these things? And then most importantly, tell me what stories you have about whenever games made you feel really dumb. If you got a good one, that's got some detail to it, I'm happy to read it in the next video. I'd love this to be, there to be a section in these like types of videos where I get to read your guys' stories so that I can like experience them with you and other people can experience your story. So get in the comments and let me know when you guys have had any of these experiences too in whatever game it is that you play. So yeah, let me know. All right, so my last one actually only happened a couple of years ago, and that was in the game Kingdom Come Deliverance. And if you're not aware of Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's basically like Skyrim minus being important and having magic and like it's realistic and you die and you have to eat food. It's like super infinite hardcore mode Skyrim. And it's really fun. Like I definitely recommend it. I have not finished it because as you guys know, if you follow the channel, I am a serial unfinisher when it comes to games. Look at my Final Fantasy VII Remake playlist or like, I don't know, half of my playlists out there. Sorry guys. But no, I started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance and it was awesome. I loved it. I love the idea of like your person is just like a lowly like blacksmith's son and like you're never going to rise through the ranks. You're never going to become the king. You're never going to get to buy a house because it's just like not something that happened back then. And I thought it was super cool. And they have a really interesting combat system where it's not like Skyrim where it's like just hack and slash. It's not like Dark Souls where it's everything's timing and iframes. It's literally, it's like a dance. It's like you're dancing with, is it Syrio Forel from Game of Thrones, the dancing guy? It's like a dance where you have to sit there and you have to watch your opponent and you have to block and you have to riposte, whatever. And it's a lot of fun, except for when I first started doing the combat, because holy God, I didn't get it. And like, here's the thing is I was aware, like I had looked up videos. I was aware that a big part of the combat was waiting out your opponent, blocking, and then countering. Like I knew that this was a thing. And I Googled and I watched YouTube videos and they're like, yeah, to riposte, it's really easy. When they go to attack you, just block and then attack. Like it's super easy to do. And I'm like, I am doing that. I am literally doing it. I'm doing the exact same thing this person in this YouTube video is doing, and it's not working. Like there was a point when I was playing the game and I was just traveling around, and this is where I fell into the trap. I was just traveling around and I decided to veer off the main quest. I just wanted to explore. It's an open world game. It's an open world RPG. You can just go explore if you want. And so I just started exploring, and there was a band of just like rabble rousers. I can't remember what it was called, but it was just like a bunch of people with pitchforks. They're not wearing armor. They're wearing like clothes and hats, and you've got like armor and a sword. And I distinctly remember just getting massacred by all of these like farmers because I couldn't block any of their attacks and I couldn't riposte, I couldn't counter, I couldn't do anything. And I was like, I don't understand. I got so mad that I uninstalled the game, and it's like a 60 gigabyte game. It's actually really taxing on your computer. I uninstalled it because I was so angry. And then I come to find out that the reason why is because I fell in to that open world RPG trap where you go off and you're like, I want to explore. I want to see what's in this open world when the game is really like, hey, no, you really should keep doing the main quest, at least for a little while. I should have done the main quest for just a little while because there's this boy named Captain Bernard who teaches you how to sword fight. And like, it's physically impossible to do like a perfect block or a riposte until he teaches you how to do it. And once he teaches you how to do it, it's super easy. And like, I haven't played the game in probably a year and a half. And I hopped in and it took me about 2 or 3 minutes when I did the screen recording, the capture of this game, but like I picked it back up almost instantly. Like it's very easy to counter and to riposte. And like, it made me so angry when I found out that literally all I had to have done was just play the main quest for like 30 or 45 more minutes. Get to the point where he literally just teaches you how to fight. And from then on, I mean, like, I've never had a problem. Like, I got encountered by those same group of peasants again, and they start attacking me, and it's like one counter, one riposte, and they're just dead. Like, you kill them. And that was all it took. But like, I couldn't get it. So that was the other one that got me, was whenever I was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I couldn't stay with the main quest. I was so foolish, and I just wanted to play the game. So don't be like me, play the main quest. All right, so those were some times that video games made us feel pretty darn stupid. Let us know your thoughts and your stories down in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in a later video. Have a good one.